If you've taken antibiotics within the last 5 years, you probably have a problem that you don't even realize is hurting your gut. So here at Rachel's Tea, one of the big connections that we see with folks that have diverticulitis, colitis, Crohn's, or even if you just have a weaker immune system, or it seems like you do, and you get sick a little bit more often, you go to the doctor, they give you antibiotics. And I do not want to talk bad about antibiotics because they are absolutely life-saving. They're actually blanket killing all of the bacteria in your body, and you need some bacteria. For example, gut health. Your immune system is dependent on this gut bacteria. 2/3 of your immune system actually is completely dependent on this good bacteria in your gut. Also, your ability to extract the right nutrients from the foods that you eat, not have it putrefy in your gut, are dependent on this bacteria. So you take a round of antibiotics, and what happens is it wipes it out. Usually about 2/3 every single time you take a round. And your body takes about 5 years to build up naturally if you don't take a good round of probiotics. Now, I want to preface this by saying yogurt does not count as a good probiotic. So there's a couple of indicators that we look at when it comes to a good probiotic. We carry one. I'm going to show you what that is, but you don't have to get it from me. But what we want is a very, very high bacteria count. We're talking tens to hundreds of billions of bacteria count, and we want shelf stable because a lot of times during shipping and transit, we don't have a good way to test the bacteria count in a particular item at home. So you want something that starts out extremely high, that's shelf stable, that doesn't have to necessarily be refrigerated in order to be good by its best by date. Because if it does, sometimes during transport, those things can not be as effective by the time that they reach you. The other thing is acid resistant. If it's acid resistant, then it's going to be more likely to get through the acid that your body is producing during digestion, stress, anxiety, things like that, where we get a little bit more acidic. So the kinds that we carry, my personal favorite is our Rachel's Pro 100. This is 100 billion acid resistant strains of bacteria. It is extremely effective. It's the only one that I've ever personally taken and thought I can tell a difference by taking a probiotic, which is weird because most probiotics you take and you just assume they're working because they're supposed to be good for you. This one you can actually feel. We know, however, not everybody likes to swallow a pill. They're not a big pill. It's just a small gelatin capsule, but people don't always like that. We do have a good, very chewable variety as well. This one tastes kind of like a Flintstone vitamin, and they're great for kids or grown-ups. They're just kind of a tablet, like tastes Flintstone vitamin E, and they're super tasty. This one's a 10 billion. I still recommend this one because it's the higher bacteria count, but we know not everybody's going to go for a pill every day. So take an empty stomach, because when you've had antibiotics, you really need to do something to give your bacteria in your gut a boost. Yogurt is counterproductive, and even if you don't choose ours, you should still be doing something to help with that good bacteria in your gut for immunity, if nothing else.